in a world of compromise. Some don't. We're not talking about the HK USP 45. No, we have something even more exclusive for all you HK fans.
Schwa. The H&K Mark 23.
Which, before we get into the review itself, we did get a chance to shoot it. It's shot very nice, all very good and great.
Single action is amazing.
The price for this, we will leave that at the end, which I plan to keep this a short video, comparing it a little bit to the USP 45 and just other pistols that I have shot, other pistols that Ray has shot, our experiences with this pistol, which, although limited, very good so far. So, if you want to get into the pistol, I guess for why does it exist? Who is this pistol for?
So this was originally created for like special forces. They would have the laser assisted aiming module and then a suppressor. And this was meant to be like a primary weapon, so that way they you wouldn't have like a rifle. You'd sneak on in, use this. Original ones had a way that you could lock the slide, and that was because like at a certain point, 45 HP is just naturally subsonic.
Which
so
I know people will comment. I think there are exceptions to that. There are faster moving 45 like for less weight, but for typically speaking,
230 grain.
Yep, 230 grain.
Like
naturally subsonic. Yep,
usually subsonic.
Mm-hmm.
So you had this, and you would just go in and just, and when it came to recoil, very manageable, which you would hope for a 45 using H&K's patented recoil system. And it's the size of a Desert Eagle.
Quick size comparison, and I really like the recoil system in the USB 45, but this, which I'll do it this way, much beefier. You can see there, like an inch there on the barrel. For the grip itself, not too much larger.
It's a little chunkier, but like not by much. It's just sized up different, and
you don't need huge hands to grip it. It's not unmanageable for the width, pretty much the same.
Try to get that a little bit. And the controls are pretty much standard USP for the magazine release, the slide release, but the safety only works if the hammer is down. It's a little stiff coming on, but coming off is pretty natural. The decocker is a little bit sharp, and hopefully I can get this. It flies up the second that you get it down, and there's a little bit of an edge on there that like kind of scrapes you a little bit. The hammer is really nice. This knurling, this big old ball with the knurling on it is very comfortable, very nice and easy to cock. 12-round magazines, and then it's got the H&K lever to release it, which personally I have become a huge fan of. And the sights are just a typical 3-dot, nothing special, nothing crazy. Kind of wish that they had like a tritium or something, but it's not that big of a deal. What do I plan on doing with this? Mostly, this was for the collection because big fan of the Metal Gear series, big fan of like old cool 45s and stuff, and I don't own a whole lot of 45s. I'm very selective about that. So it says something that this is one of the guns that I went out and bought. Gonna throw on a comp weight and a light. Make this probably like the other home defense handgun. Primary one is probably going to be the M9A3. But there's not a whole lot of good ways to try and carry this. My dad carries a full-size 1911, but this thing is definitely quite a few dimensions bigger than that. So not going to be carrying that. Maybe get like a nice shoulder holster. Take this into like the bear country one day.
Now we have winter upon us, so you know now you can do all these things.
But if I'm gonna carry this, I might as well carry like a FAL pistol in 308. So like this or FAL, what am I gonna do?
Well, now we're gonna get into the cost side of things. Don't give away the price tag yet. But with this, I know people are messaging about like cost, like how is Ray buying all these? Ray was saving up for a truck. His truck's still running fine, so
it's a Nissan. It's got like nearly 300,000 miles on it,
but still going.
It's barely broken in. Like that's the nice thing about Japanese cars; they don't really break.
So
Ford, American, anything.
Okay, not Ford. There's enough Ford.
No,
I have my '97 Expedition. I have my 2014 Focus. Both are running great.
You want to tell everyone about how many bolts you've snapped off trying to change out?
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to get too far on tangent, but if you're going to replace an EGR system, a lot of heat a lot of corrosion goes there if you live up here in a I guess like a Rust Belt state. And I was trying to change out not the EGR itself, just the tube, and I was loosening, and you know, it was real tight, and then I gave it some heft, and it was real loose. Then I broke the bolt, and trying to replace
real tight, break it, real loose.
Yeah, and that was real loose. So outside of that, the car, it runs. I leak a lot of exhaust fumes if I try driving the 97, but it runs. It won't pass emissions, and pretty soon I'll be like aged out of having to go to missions, so I'll be fine with that, and I can just add a little block to the EGR both sides, and it'll be
just fill it with great stuff.
No, it'll be deleted at that point, and the car will run a little bit rougher, because it won't have that air recycling through. But whatever, that has nothing to do with the pistol. Point being, this is very expensive. Ray doesn't come from money. He works, you know, full time, overtime,
driving
all that stuff.
Forklift.
Yep, forklift life.
I think even our presidents need to be forklift certified.
Forklift certified.
Get Trump on one of those things.
What was the cost of this pistol? And understand, for the most part, these are difficult to come across in general.
Like HK stuff in the store, kind of hard to come by. You'll find your VP9s and your USPs and your P30s somewhat often.
You can find semi-often. I picked this up used. This comparing to a Glock, I guess, way back when, you know, for me, it's still an entry-level pistol, but a Glock was 500, then it went 600. Right now, during these times, if you get it for 650, 700, that's within reason now for an entry-level Glock. This, I would think, is a step above that, and this I got for 800, which, again, I picked this up used. This is an older model. New, I think they're, like 900 for just your average USP if you see it on the store shelves.
Yeah, give or take about 900.
Yeah.
And that's what I paid for mine. I got both the 9 and the 45. And the P30Ls are actually slightly cheaper. And then the VP9s are around they're nearly competing with Glock. I think they're like high 700s.
Now, with this, in closing of this video, how much did this pistol cost you?
$21.75 after taxes and fees. And some of you are like, that's a shitload of money.
That is a lot of money.
Other of you are going to be like, wow, you got a great deal, because these usually sell brand new for around $2,500.
I am a Ford guy. I don't think all their products are great. I like the Crown Vics. I like their older 90s truck. Would I necessarily pick up a brand new truck from Ford? No, not really. I'm not a new truck type of guy. I like used shit, like stuff that's already been broken, has some miles on them. And I picked up a Crown Vic for less than this pistol. Just for relative, cost side of things. And it's like...
I could have bought 2 and, like a third USPs for this?
Yeah, you could have picked up, one, like, you can either have one in each hand of these, or one of these, and have some money left over if you have one in each hand of these.
Yeah, get two USP 9s, plus the comp weights.
Now, with this...
And then dual wield them like Lara Croft.
Now, with this, the way I justify any firearm purchase, I don't see it as, like, wasting money. If you were to throw this in the safe, and I
could put this in the safe for a day or a year
outside of sentimental,
and still make my money
outside
back.
of actually using it, because I do think if you put 1,000 rounds through it, it's not going to lose value. That's not how, like, firearms typically work.
You have to shoot the absolute dog piss, and they need to be rattly.
You either need to neglect it entirely, or But my point being, you can put this in the safe, and it'll hold value. If we're talking about a year, a decade, this will still be worth something. And right now, we're living in difficult times. I know. I am not here because I am fortunate enough to still be working, still be in good health. I know that's not the same for everyone. We're not here to be like, aha, we're doing great.
We're still working. We're still buying expensive guns.
It's like, how long were you trying to purchase this? How long was this on your list to buy?
This has been on the list for probably about half a decade. It's always been in my mind as a gun that I wanted to purchase since I played like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
I believe it was Metal Gear Solid 2. And then I was like, that thing's so fucking cool. I want one of those. Look at this absolute size of that unit. This unit of a pistol.
Because for me personally, would I ever spend that kind of money on one pistol?
But the memes, though.
I don't see that.
But the memes,
for the Beretta, which is like a $900 pistol, I think that money is well suited for that pistol. I think it's an absolute deal. I think it's amazing. but I still went with the clone because it's half the price, and it's
we'll
like,
see how that translates.
And here's the thing: it's like if it's
I
not,
think the biggest thing is the trigger.
yeah.
Everything else
Outside
is
of
kind
that-
of subjective.
outside of that, it's reliability. Beretta obviously. I'm saying even with HK, with any name brand out there, there is a level of quality control, level of reputation, of reliability they have. Outside of performance, actual accuracy, all that stuff, it's very good. There are like other brands that I will dwell into. Like I like buying clones. There is a savings there, and again, how well will those keep their value years down the line? Who knows? It could fall apart after 1,000 rounds. Who's to say? I'm saying for clones and other cheaper variants.
Nobody makes a clone of this thing.
Yeah, and for this is like there's no real one for one comparison for a lot of higher end pistols. They have like their cheaper variant, which I did pick up a cheaper variant for my 380 as well. And again, I am not like advocating you live your life however you want. You spend your money whatever you want. Right now, with me, like I do want to get a sports car. I do want to buy some land. I do want, there's a lot of stuff I want to do, but fortunately I'm able to work, save money, and instead of buying stocks, I buy guns. That's how I see it. I still have my retirement
They're
fund.
the one thing that you can buy and invest in.
Yeah,
And if you need to sell it, you can sell it. But if you need to defend yourself, you can do that.
No, because I have an older sister. She's works in finance. She's always like, "Oh, you should buy this stock. It's gonna go up in this percent in 10 years." I'm like, "Okay, I can make this much percent if I put in this."
How much stock can you actually buy? So how much are you actually going to make in a decade?
Well, I'm saying like for some stuff, it's like if you see like a 30% return over that much time, if you're talking about your savings, it'd be much better than like the 1 point whatever percent you have in your savings account. I know this is boring stuff. Most people don't want to talk about finance. This is a gun channel. My point being, if I was to spend a shit ton of money on guns, it would still be worth a shit ton of money 10 years down the line. Even when I leave this earth and I pass down my guns, I think if I leave them behind money, they're going to blow it anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Like, yeah, that's kind of one of
as long and then we know we don't have the wife and kids, so no one's really depending on us to provide for them.
I don't even have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
so.
right now we have.
That's why I can buy the more Gucci guns. It's because he has a girlfriend.
Well, all right. Here's the thing. Whatever she asks, she doesn't watch my videos, so I can be. And then she won't make it to 13 minutes into a gun review. When I like even my parents, even when I see them. And because they follow me on Instagram and stuff, I'll post the gun and they'll be like, "How much did that cost you?" Because essentially on Instagram, I don't put price tags on there. I put them in videos for people that care. Even if you're not, I don't think most people watching the channel are gonna want to buy this pistol. Not saying like whatever. For most guys that already have guns, you can sell 3 of your guns and buy one of these. I don't think most people are willing to do that. Outside of that, it's like when I talk to my parents, like,
or I could sell this and buy 3 other guns.
Like when I talk my
one box.
Even when I showed my dad my latest AR build, which I bought the upper from you, I built the lower from Anderson Parts, and it was a $500 AR, and I was like, "Yeah, I built this for $500," and he was like, "That was $500? That's a bit expensive." Like, no, like there are ARs that are like 1,000, 2,000. Yeah, and it's like there are
416.
There are
3,000.
There are like for guys that are into this, like me, like I don't have other hobbies. Like I don't fucking golf. If you have thousands of golf clubs, I'll be like, that's fucking ridiculous. But for me, it's like, oh, like a $500 AR, $1,000 AR, that makes sense. Oh, a $300 optic, yeah, that's it can see this far, this clear, amazing. And if I don't know if you're into cars, like there are cars that are like luxury cars, like whatever, like $80,000 cars. I'm like, that car is slow as shit, looks ugly, not gonna hold its value, it's shit. But if you like that brand, if you want that car, all power to you. Me, I like American muscle. I like Japanese cars. Japanese cars, you can have them affordably. You can put some money into them, make them fast. For V8, you can do a supercharger, turbocharger. You can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Make it yours. Do whatever you want with your money. And I'm not here to be like, oh, that's not the most savvy financial move. And I don't want to get too far into it, but you guys know what I mean. If this was a car channel, will you be judging us for buying like a $5,000 supercharger? Not really. You guys would be into it, right? And that's what I get most in this channel. All the comments have been good. I do appreciate everyone liking, subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys, everyone that's been commenting. We really do appreciate it. I don't want to say like in every video like, hey guys, hit like subscribe to everything, like everything. 'Cause, like, look, if you want to see reviews, if you want to see just the range stuff, that's all cool with me. Most of you guys do like us to some degree,
which we appreciate.
We for reviews, again, I keep it within reason for like who would be looking for this pistol. This pistol's like, if you're looking for something like a one-of-a-kind piece for your collection, this is definitely it.
Which is the reason,
but
one of the few reasons that I wanted to get one of these.
But if you're in the market,
USP,
yeah,
is far more practical.
But if you're in the market to like, oh, I want a full-size 45, this would be your pick. Comparing to Glocks, you're spending
one of the best 45s I've ever shot. The best 45, but that's because this thing is a gigantic, chunky tank.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes down to like realistic size expectations for a very well shooting 45 ACP, that's it. This is it. This is one of, like, if not the pinnacle of 45 ACP shooting technology.
And again, the price.
When you get into 9, that's where it gets a little bit more fucky.
The price I paid for this compared to what I paid my Glock, very, very close. Very, very close.
Like, that was a little bit more, but I definitely think that that's a far better value than buying the Glock.
And again,
the P30 series is the more the more modern version of that. It's literally just a USP for today's age. It doesn't have the HK recoil system that and this have, and I wish that it did. But even so, I've heard that they're still very well shooting pistols. So, like, that, the only hang up is you need to get like the Surefire X300, which their like most recent version, it has multiple different like rails, so that way you can put on the
one of the reasons that's not like my number one home defense pick. Outside of 9 versus 45, I like 45 over 9, but I'd rather have more of the 9. But for Glock, there's just so much stuff. I can add a light, I can add a laser, all affordably. I can shoot the sights super easy. With this, I'm not saying you couldn't, but there's more steps to it, and especially with recommending it to someone else.
Specific things, or you need to get adapters at bulk, etc. And this thing, it doesn't even use the same like mounting system as that, so the same light that would fit on that won't fit on this, because this has the threaded section and then just a full rail that goes all the way out to the end. So this needs Mark 23 specific items that requires universal service rail or whatever the hell it is, items. And so,
but I was super happy to shoot this. Today we took out the Beretta and this. Both were incredible pistols, both expensive, but you get your money's worth with them.
The single action is slightly better on the Beretta. This is a nearly a 40-year-old design. So considering that, and this is again out of the box, but $2,000 versus $1,000. So I don't know. It's definitely a specialty weapon. That is for certain. Only for the most unique people, I guess, or people with disposable income and not a lot of brain cells.
And that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate you guys. We're gonna keep putting out more content. Hunting season is around the corner. We're gonna go out to the range, shoot rifles. Next weekend, I want to try out like 2 different shotguns. Maybe pick one over the other for that. I'm gonna go bird hunting with my dad pretty soon. We haven't picked out an exact date for that. I might throw on a little bit of the channel for that. Not so much us actually shooting, but like before and after. And yeah, that's gonna be it.
Have a nice day.
Mark 23.
Oh yeah.